Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. I'm going back on some of my old stamp sets that I haven't used for years and years and years, and getting them out and loving them again. So this is Best of Flowers. We did a lovely silhouette stamp with this one. And this time I'm using this little flower because if you remember, when I opened up the set, that one I hadn't used at all. So I thought, right, it's about time I actually used it. So, and it's the sort of thing, because it's a very small image, it's the sort of thing that you think, am I going to use it? Aren't I going to use it? I thought I'd show you a way to use it. So I've mounted it already, and I'm using a little 3x3 square. In fact, no, it's 3 1/4 inch square. And turn it that way. I've got a bit of ink on my fingers, and I'm using a green background. The colours I'm going to use are Wisteria Wonder, a very old one, and I think I'm going to use that for this looks like a bunch of lilac. The greenery is going to be pale, and then the rose is going to be sort of pinky orange. So that's the sort of plan. I'm going to be stamping it right the way across because I want to pick up different colours with it. So I'm going to be using a pigment ink, which means that it won't, it's not water-based as such. So I'm going to stamp it in, and this is Versifying Clair, and it's called Morning Mist. And I'm literally just going to... I want to stamp this all the way across, so I'm literally just trying to take a bit of an image of this right the way across, as if it's sort of wallpaper. Okay, and then I'm doing it in different sort of layers. That's why I've left this on here, so that that can go up in on the center. That one can go up on here, so I'm taking that space from there, putting it up, and then we need just one more just off on the edge here. And I could maybe take, no, I'm not going to take one off, am I? Yes, I am, because it comes off the edge on the other side as well. So there we go. So it looks as if it's a piece of that really lovely wallpaper that you used to be able to get a long time ago, sort of, you know, the really nice, pretty florally type wallpaper. So that is going to be our little piece. Now, while I've got the stamp out, I'm just going to give it a quick dry, scrub and dry, and then put it back in the case. And then on this bit that I've got pieces on, I am just going to, that way, I'm just going to give that a quick clean off with some kitchen paper. I use my glass mat a lot, but I know that the glass tends to shine a bit, so the my light tends to reflect a bit much on there. So I'm using this darker one because it works just a little bit better. Okay, so now we've got our little swatch, and then we need to use some colours. So I'm going to use, let's do this. Now you can put it down on here, or you can just make a little puddle in your inkwell, depending on the age of your stamps. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use a little bit of a paler blue. So I'm taking out, let me take this one out before they all fall down on each other. Okay, this is Marina Mist, which again is an old retired one, but I know that you're enjoying seeing some of the old ones coming out again. Okay, so we've got the purple and we've got the blue. I just need to take a water brush. So let's have a look and see. There we go. There's a water brush here. Oh, in fact, there's another one down on there. That's a thinner one. Let's use this one. I was using this for something else earlier on. I think I've got a bit of colour on it. Okay, so I am going to, I might use the other one actually, because that's better. There's more water coming out of this one. Now if it's a bit much, I'll go to the other one. So this is the purple. So let's just take some of this purple up. And I'm literally just going to wash it. So I'm just going to quite gently just go over each part. Now you can use watercolour or you can use a heavy duty cardstock. If you use a very light cardstock, you're not going to get the colour that you want on it. So I'm just going to take some little bits of blue. I'm just dotting them about. Like this. So you don't need to be a colorist for this. Literally, I'm just dotting and dabbing, but it will give you the idea you want. Now I'm just taking that off of there, because I've only used a tiny little bit. So that's those ones. Now I want to do these roses. So the roses are going to be a dark orange colour, which is Calypso Coral, and then a pink, because I want the pink. So I want so that's the pink. And then I'm just going to take the brush again and we'll do the pink first. So just taking a little bit of that, and I'm just going to colour those in. Just take those up where they are. And again, you don't have to be overly precise. It's really very much just a wash that gives the colour that you want. Now, if you are a beautiful colorist, you can spend ages on this and you can do all sorts of colours in on there. I'm just showing you a very quick and easy way, because I know a lot of you like to do things that are quick and easy, and some of you are very much, oh, I can't colour, I can't whatever, and everybody can. You don't have to be perfect or do perfect colouring. You can just do quick washes like this. Now I've actually missed 2 out of those purple ones. We're going to have to go back to those, but we'll do those at the end. I think I've got the rest of these ones, but can you see I've missed that one out? So I'm going to have to do that one again. Let me do my green next. So this is, and in fact I've got some green in here. So I'm just going to use the lid for this one and just take some green up on here, and then I can just go through quite nicely and just do the leaves. Do some little leaves coming out here. These little bits. Take them down. And you can see I'm doing it really quickly, because you don't need, because it's a very small image, you don't need a lot to be able to just give that little bit of colour, which is how, if you look at a wallpaper, it would look like that. It wouldn't necessarily be absolutely perfect. Okay, so that's that on there. Now I just need to do the 2 little bits that I've missed. So I missed some purple, and I'm literally just going to take it from the lid Now with the old ink pads you can take it from the lid, with the newer ones you can't. But I've always struggled with the new ones. I was one of the old bank that was like, why on earth change something when it was worked really well? I know the reasons behind why they had to change it, because they lost the license for that. It was only for a certain period of time, and then you have to make another mold and another thing. But oh my goodness, I didn't enjoy the new ones at all. I found them really difficult to open. I have dexterity problems, as a lot of you know, and I found them very, very difficult. So, right, I'm just going to do this. So with these ones, you could just squeeze and do that, and you'd have, look at the amount of ink that's come into there. Don't quite want that much, but just going to make it watery and just do a couple of little dots in on there to make that lilac quite nice. Okay, so that is then that piece. Now I'm going to do it on green, because I think green will look lovely. Now, have I got a little piece of, here we are. Okay, so that can then come in like that, which makes it, as I say, look like a beautiful little piece of wallpaper. Then I can take a square card. Let me just grab one out of here. I just want a plain one, I think. I have lots of square cards. I quite like doing square cards. So let me just grab. Always when you want to grab something, you can't do it because you're balancing. I'm holding these ones up that I was doing earlier on. Right, okay, so this is the square one. And then all I'm going to do is, whoops, this is going to go in on the center like that. And again, it looks like a beautiful little piece of watercolouring. I think that that looks absolutely lovely. Now, you can do more with it, but if we're doing clean and simple, which is what this one is, that's your clean and simple. You can put a little sentiment across there if you want to. You can leave it as it is and just send it as a friend's card. But tiny little stamp that you think, I'm never ever going to use that one, which I hadn't for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I don't know when that one actually came out. But you've now got a beautiful little card. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.